phone, by the way, now for this. And don't forget, it is P&P included. It is brand new this week. There's only a finite amount of stock ever going to be made. So if you want to get your hands on yours, it's $14.97, delivered direct to your door in 3 to 5 working days' time. If you have watched Jules all these years and remember that first day, but you nearly never even came along for an audition.
Well, I don't want to give too much away about the book, but that is chapter 5, and yeah, it was touch and go, because I came home, the phone was ringing. I thought, shall I answer it, shan't I? You know when it's ringing when you get home to the door. Rushed across the room, picked up the phone. It was my agent. It was 5:30. She was about to leave for the day, and she just said, there's an audition tomorrow at Sky Television Studios for a presenter for a shopping channel. Do you want to do it? And I was unsure. I sort of said, well, what do you think? And she said, well, it might be a good stepping stone in your career.
Oh my goodness,
and
yeah,
little things like that in your life.
What happened after that, you have to buy the book to find out, because all of this recounted in really vivid information and vivid memories that you've written, not just in your perception of it, but what other people's feedback was, how it got reported at the time, how it appeared on telly at the time, if it was your jobs, and then all the commercials you've done, Jules. People with long memories, and there's a lot of people jumped on the phones now. We've reminded you about the details on the screen, so remember the number at the top, 3 to 5 working days' time. You will have your 30-day money-back guarantee, but you won't be sending this back, because it's a really, really interesting, fascinating insight into Julia's life, the lady that you've loved for the last, how many years?
It's nearly 20, isn't it?
Nearly 20
yeah,
in October.
gosh.
It's a good way of marking it, actually. But the commercials, I mean, what's the most famous one that people would remember?
Well, I did do the Woolwich. I took over from the girl that said, what did she say? I can't remember now, but mine was, can I help you? So I took over that, but probably the most famous one was the Head and Shoulders commercial.
Oh, and what happened? What happened? Is that the one where Julie was asked to strip for the cameras?
Well, I was asked to be in a shower with nothing on, and
they have to buy the book to find out. Now, there's a lot of people already tweeted in, and Margaret Rigg and Laurie Vick, Andy, Anthony Wilkinson, all saying you're an inspiration, because obviously you talk about your original being poorly, your illness with having polio as a young child, nearly never even walked, and you're overcoming that. People don't even realise that about you. And the current illness as well, which is chapter 101, I know you went into detail on Monday about, and how you're coping, which is marvellous. I don't want to talk about it. And people saying as well on Twitter, by the way, it's limited stock now. Current warehouse stock is limited. Very quickly, Clara Bunda said, what inspired you to write it in the first place? Has it been something that's been coming for a long time? And would you want to write a novel after this?
Well, you've inspired me to write it, you guys at home, because every time I've done a viewer event, people have asked me what I did before QVC, and when I've told them maybe I was a DJ, I was in a band, you know, all the different things I've done, they've gone, I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
So you have been my inspiration. With regard to writing a novel, it does say in the book, I've tried to write several novels, but I have got a great idea for one. But that's your department, isn't it, madam?
Oh, I don't know.
You will definitely beat me to that one, I think.
Well, I hope so. Well, it's lovely to know that QVC presenters do other things. In fact, there's one chapter in there that is a list of all Julia's jobs. And it actually made me go, what have all mine been? You know, it is an inspiring book. Now, we are about to sell out of our warehouse stock. We're going into advanced orders. That means more signing. The 25th of March, hold on the lines. There's another 400 of you on the lines right now wanting Julia's book. Jules is going to stay around with us to answer some questions on Twitter. Debbie Greenwood's taking our Twitter messages tonight, so make sure that you do tweet at QVC UK, and you'll be able to ask Jules questions later. And I'm going to see if I can get you to join in some other things, since it's your first.
Oh gosh, yes, I'm a guest tonight, so I've got to behave myself.
It does mean you can meet the strawberries backstage. And of course, lots more still to come later. Some gorgeous music with Petula Clark and Michael Ball. Now, what's Pip's up to?